Wow.
Hello.
Wow. Did you see my hands going?
Yeah, I saw it.
You should have recorded that. That was with the music and everything. That was going like that.
Yeah.
Like 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 12 night crawlers all at the same time. You could try Nikki. Uh, all right, I'll put that in there too. There's another one that's on your list. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of. Uh-oh.
What? What was the uh-oh about?
Huh?
What do you mean uh-oh?
Uh-oh. What's the name of the show? Beyond the Grave. Beyond the Grave.
I'm going to start calling it Beyond Comprehension.
I just pulled that rabbit right out of my hat. Did you see that? In the last minute, and nobody had an opportunity to see what we were doing. But the other one, hello, Carol, Barbara Woodbury Spear, Kimmy Corpse. Did you get the other one that I sent you on Messenger?
Yeah, I'm trying to find him. I have to keep retyping his name in because he's not on a friends list.
He's not on your friends list?
No. I don't even know who that is.
Don't worry about it.
I don't know a lot of people. I mean, by name, I don't know a lot of people.
You'll know them when you see them. Carol Garcia. She says hi to you. She didn't say hi to me for some reason. I must be on her dog's list.
She's mad at you.
Look. Oh, here's Chrissy. Chrissy's on here now.
Oh.
Look at that.
We're lost again, Chrissy.
What?
I'm talking to Chrissy, not Christy.
Oh.
We're lost. We don't have nobody. Chrissy, come rescue us.
Save us now before it's too late. Jesus, take the wheel. Yes, ma'am. We need some guidance. Kimmy can make some pies. Barbara Woodbury Spear can tell some good jokes. And Carol Garcia, well, she could lead the whole thing. Because she is like one of those people that can lead the whole formation right in the battle. That's for sure. That's for darn sure. I keep on saying I'm going to talk to her, and I keep on forgetting. The way the last 2 days have gone, too, I probably lose half my hair now.
I'm still working on stuff.
Hurry up. Keep on working. George Ann Dexler is here. George, how are you tonight?
I want to add George on. But I don't think he has a Facebook account.
Oh, no.
I don't know how to invite him.
He's on Messenger, he says. It says George Ann Dexler, PM. Is he a prime minister?
Private message.
Okay.
Or personal message. I don't know what it means. Which one?
Tell me about your favorite paranormal experience. You need to come on here so that we could go ahead and find out what yours is too, Chrissy.
Guess what, Chrissy?
What?
I said Chrissy, not Christy. Every time I say Chrissy, my wife thinks I'm calling for her. I just sent you a link, Miss Chrissy.
Just hit that like that, and then you'll be up and running. George says he doesn't do Facebook. Yes, sir. Realize that now. You see, you're one of those tempting individuals that we've been talking about for quite some time, and you're just not approachable. That's all. We just can't get a hold of you. But maybe someday. Debbie Wallace Hagen's here. Have we had Debbie on?
They have a show.
Yeah, I know they have a show. They have a very good show.
Isn't that tonight?
Best friends.
Or is that Thursday? I didn't send links to them because I thought it was Thursday or tonight.
Let's see. I have a link right to Best Friends Paranormal. But now my phone isn't working. Did you do Mr. Bill?
No, I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm inviting everybody on my friends list. I'm trying.
Okay, don't do that. We're not gonna be up here until.
I'm sending them all out because that's
okay.
how we're going to 5 people.
But it's Thursdays. Debbie can't make it. Damn it. Maybe next Tuesday. She's probably going. She's probably saying, "I'm not going with those guys because they're sinking the ship."
Uh-oh.
Who's here? Here's his name. He is the third, by the way. Larry is the third. Larry the third.
I already sent one to Larry.
Okay.
Let me see what we got going on. Oh, we got one in. We got one lady in here. You might know her, Greg.
Hi.
Look at Alicia. How are you?
How are you? Good. How are you guys?
Good.
Too bad.
Are you going to Broadhead this weekend?
No, Tiffany is though. My other investigator. I can't make it. I'm going out for my birthday.
You're going out for your birthday. Are you gonna get? Are you gonna have a fun time on your birthday? Can you hear me?
Sorry, I'm having bad signal. So yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, because I started to lose the feed.
I hear you fine. Are you? So where are you going for your birthday?
I guess we're going out to the bars or something. I guess with our 2 friends, but I would rather go to Broadhead.
I thought you might be going out there. I didn't know for sure, but it was like one of those things that we wanted to have you up so you can tell a little bit about your paranormal group and what you have on the agenda. Let's do that.
Oh, okay. Well, it's good to see you guys again. It's been a while.
Oh, yeah. If you can see me.
How have you guys been?
Reggie's always in the dark.
Mm.
He's got a big beard now.
Well, what I got coming up, we have Edinburgh Manor, July 8th, which is in 11 days. So we're going to be meeting up Jamie Keller from Paranormal Party.
Lynn. That's awesome.
She's gonna be up there, and we're gonna do a private overnight investigation. So I'm super excited to go back there because I haven't been back there since 2020, and that was my first big location that I've ever done. So that place is awesome. And then you're like pulling up on it for your very first time ever being somewhere that big, and you're like, oh my God, is this it? And we get this all to ourselves overnight, so it's exciting,
How many people were with you when you were there?
I think we had, okay, it was me, my husband, our friend, his cousin, and his cousin's wife. So there was 5 of us. And
Yeah,
there's
there
going to
were
be 5
three.
this time, too.
There were 3 of us when we were there for the whole place,
Yeah.
and that was a blast.
When did you go there?
Oh boy, probably 3 years ago, 4 years ago now, maybe. And
Yeah.
it was in the spring. I want to say either that or it was in the fall. I can't remember exactly. But it was very, very interesting in the perspective that uh, a lot of the stuff that we were feeling was coming from downstairs. So we spent a lot of time in the basement. And then we spent a lot of time up on the main corridors of the first floor. And we had the beds down at the end of the hallway. We spent some time in the activity room where the pool table was. I shot some pool in there, and they were having fun with us. It was just cool. I'm glad you're going back, and with Jamie Lynn, it should be great. You guys should have a real big blast. So how's your husband? What's your husband's name again?
Derek.
Derek. Say hello to him for me, will you please? And ask him if he remembers when I took him into that room that he didn't want to go in because it didn't have any lights on in it.
He's got a little treat for him then at Edinburgh. Hi, people.
When that
all
happened,
I'm gonna say is padded room.
padded.
Can you turn on the air?
Getting warm in there, Reggie.
Yeah.
It's all that. You got any of that smoke down by you guys
Yes.
in the air?
Yes.
Yeah,
Lots.
What are you talking about?
it's
Alicia?
bad.
The Canadian fires.
No, we don't.
Yeah, it's
Hi,
really
Chrissy.
bad down here.
Hi.
Like
Have you not been outside? I've been outside like all day.
it's
Yeah,
like
no,
breathing
no.
in like
You're in
hard
the-
rubber. It smells like it
Driving.
smells gross.
It's a haze.
Oh,
I just got to my throat today.
Hmm.
I didn't like that at all.
I didn't
Is
know
it bad where you guys are?
Yeah.
Is it bad
We're
where
like-
you guys are?
Yes, and we're like 10, 15 minutes to the border. So we can escape at any
What-
time. We can escape at any time.
Where are you up by again? Are you by Wisconsin or?
Yeah.
I'm in
Okay.
Madison.
He's in Wisconsin. That explains
Okay.
a lot to a lot of people is he's from Wisconsin. You see, I always saw the signs. Remember the bumper stickers back in the day? It says, "I've escaped. Where the hell is Wisconsin?" Do you remember that one?
No.
I used to love to talk about that. That was in the 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember.
When you were at Edinburgh,
Oh, go ahead.
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I remember jokes about Iowa, but not Wisconsin. Well, I lived in Illinois.
Oh, well, had to be Iowa then. A joke.
Oh, and aren't you from Iowa, Alicia?
No.
I can go right across the bridge and I'll be there.
Oh, you're in Illinois?
Yeah,
Doesn't she
Tiffany's
look-
in
doesn't-
Iowa.
Yeah, they used to say. Now, granted, it was back in the '80s and early '90s. How can you tell when a person from Iowa failed their driving test? They got issued blue plates.
Oh,
Oh,
I haven't heard that one.
do you know what a blue plate special was?
No.
That was a lunch special. That back in the
Okay.
day, you could go to any of the restaurants, and they would have a blue plate special. That applied to Iowa and Wisconsin, Reggie. Up north, northern Wisconsin.
Remember, I'm not from Wisconsin.
Well, that's your problem because you're living there now.
No.
You see, I escape every night when I want to get home and get back.
So when you were at Edinburgh on the main floor, did you ever mess around with a piano in the common room there?
I have a history of pianos. Okay, so my history with pianos goes way back. No, I didn't. I had a couple keys, and that's it because nothing came back at me playing wise. If I was able to play a piano, I most certainly would. But one of my first big experiences happened in a resort in northern Wisconsin that, I'm pretty much I'm the only eyewitness to one of the pianos that they salvaged from the resort. And there were two pianos. One was a player piano and the other one was a regular piano. And I got up late one night to go to the bathroom. And as I came to the top of the stairs, there was a birch spiral staircase that went down.
Oh, that's pretty.
And there was a light that was shining into the downstairs, which was a light from outside. And I could see the piano playing. I could see the pedals going up and down, and I could see the keys. And I thought, player piano. And I went to the bathroom, and the next day, I had two of my kids with me. And I went ahead and I said, wow, watch this. We were downstairs, and I went to the piano, and I started hitting the keys, and they were playing. And it didn't have that, the main part there where you put the rolls in or anything. And I looked over, and the player piano was next to it. So there were two pianos down there. And the one I saw was the real piano playing real music with nobody there.
That's awesome.
So-
that would be so cool.
So 10 years later, I was talking to the gentleman who owned the resort because we had been there. We were there for over almost 50 years now at the same resort. And I finally said to him, I says, one night when we were staying up above, I says, in the old resort, I says, I went down the hallway and somebody was playing the piano. Well, then he told me the story, and he says, he does occasionally, and that was Harry. So he sort of validated it, and then it goes back to last summer. They had tore down the whole resort, including the old Windsor, which was the big giant building that we were in all the time.
I apologize for the interruption here. We got Miss Carol being added to the stream.
Oh boy!
Hello,
Hi, Carol.
hello.
Carol
How are you?
Garcia, Alicia. This
Hi.
is
Hi, Alicia.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you also.
Welcome. Good to have you.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Yes, it's been a while.
Yes, it has. How's everything?
Great. Is that Skeeter?
Yeah.
Hello, Skeeter.
He's drinking.
Sorry, Greg. I had to say hello to the cat.
It's okay. But I'll just finish up. It'll take a minute. So anyway, I went into the general store and they had tore the whole resort down. And the guy that owns the store actually bought both of the pianos before they were scrapped. And I walked in and he goes ahead and he says, yeah, I says, oh, that's horrible about that, isn't it? And he says, yeah. And he says, I got the pianos. And I looked at him and I says, you got the good piano too? And he says, wait a minute. He says, and he points at me, he says, are you the guy that witnessed that piano playing by itself? And yes, that's me. And he went, holy cow. And he came over and shook my hand, and it was like, cut it out. It was like, you got to feed that cat.
Help me!
Alright,
Help
so
me! Really? I'm here!
he's talking to spirit. He's like,
Either that or he's talking to Greg.
Wow!
you guarding everything,
Ow!
I can't even do
getting
it
all the bad guys.
from all that
Did
bad
you get all the bad
air
guys?
I was inhaling today.
He's out getting bad guys. That's what he's doing. He's getting all the bad guys.
Tell Alicia how old the cat is.
In August, he will be 20.
Oh my gosh, that's
That's
awesome.
so wonderful.
Yeah. He's out getting
I hope
bad
my babies
guys.
live that long.
He's still
Well, he's got to break the Guinness Book of World Records like I'm going to, so he's got to make it to 40.
You're only going to live to 40?
No, the cat.
Really good for 20.
He's got to make it to 40. I'm shooting for 140.
So how many people do you have in your group now, Alicia?
It's me, my husband, Tiffany, and her husband, Charles. So just 4 of us.
No, that's a good number.
Yeah. And then we like to collaborate with others and stuff. So just like we're doing Jamie.
That's going to be a fun time, though. Really,
Yeah.
it's going to be awesome. I'm glad you guys get to go there. You got to go ahead and let me know after it's done. Are you going to film a lot?
We're going to go live. I'm not sure what time. I'll schedule something on our Facebook page. And then we're going to do some filming, set up some still cameras and stuff.
That'll be great. I bet you get a lot of people watching after they go ahead and know you're going to be there because it's still a great spot.
I wonder if we're going to get the same person that came through on it was on our live. Actually, my husband was going live. This is back in 2020 December, and we were in that main common room. He was walking around the room, and he goes into the side room that leads into the hallway, and you hear a bang, and then you hear "Get out!" right on the live. So I was like, "Holy cow!" Like just rewatching to see if we heard anything. Huh?
What was that?
What location is that?
Edinburgh Manor in Monticello, Iowa.
Active, huh?
That's it's a great location.
So we'll see if we can get that person to come back through again, and what else we can get while we're there.
Oh, that's great. When you were there the first time, was the paint all peeling off the walls?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the ceiling fans in the cafeteria were like this.
Yeah.
And she turned them on, and then they go straight out because they just,
pretty wild. So it's great having you, Alicia.
Well, I'm glad that you guys asked me to be on. I didn't know you were going to be in here too, Greg. So I was like, yay.
Every once in a while I hitchhike with Reggie because we do that other show. We do a couple things together.
Yeah,
What's the word?
I haven't been on in a while, so it's kind of fun. It's fun. It is fun, but it's been a while.
It's great. It's great having you here. And then we'll go ahead and we'll go to Carol and see what Carol's up to. So what are you up to, Carol?
I met Ron Iacovetti and Lourdes
did you?
Gonzalez a couple of weeks ago. And they were doing an event here in Lodi, New Jersey.
Oh,
And
wow.
it happened to pop up on my events on my phone. So I went to go and meet them. They did their Staticon, which is the DRV. Yeah, DRV. They renamed it to Staticon.
Yes.
And so a lot of information came through on that. And yeah, that was a really fun night. It was a 2-hour event.
Was there anybody else with them?
Richard Sella, I think is
Kinsella? Yeah.
no, Musella.
Hold on, buddy.
Look at this. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. And Kim,
Okay, that's
she's a medium.
You all right?
They were with Ron and Lourdes. It was a nice event.
it's a great system, and I had them on the show on the Shadow Hour. I think you were on there that night.
Yeah.
I didn't get that much of explaining in on it myself because I haven't paid that close of attention to it because I've been so involved in what I do.
It's very clear.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
It's amazing the clarity that you get through that ITC communication. It's unbelievable. Like, it sounds like their spirit is right in the room with you, and it doesn't, there's no stop, no breakage in the speaking at all. It sounds like an actual person standing right next to you.
It's
really
awesome.
Talking.
They're going to be back on.
Yeah, they're on Monday nights.
Yeah. But I'm saying I'm going to have them back on.
Oh, you're going to have them back on again? Yeah.
Probably on in October, November, something like that.
There's going to be, there's 6 of them in their group that they do the show on Monday night. Tony Rathman is going to be releasing an event on, a video. I think in July. He put out a clip of it on their website. So can't wait to see what that's.
They do the same thing.
No,
And,
he just did a huge video about the whole,
yeah.
DRV.
But I'm saying that they were deciding what they were going to name it when Iacovetti was on my show because he was the last one. I had Tony on earlier.
Right.
And Tony, once again, I wouldn't take anything away from him because he's right there with Ron. And they have, I can't think of the other guy's name. He's been doing quite a bit of that too. Him and his wife or his girlfriend. I don't know for sure. And I apologize for not remembering his name.
It's
but,
Chris Allgood?
Yes, it's all good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's pretty amazing too.
The 6 of them seem really, really good together.
I was going to be on their show last fall.
Oh, okay.
And I couldn't make it because I couldn't come up with enough evidence, EVP wise.
Oh, because you need to go through your data.
And there's no way that I'm going to come close to do that for quite some time unless I get cloistered in here by myself.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know,
I get
it's
it.
I don't know how are you, Alicia, with that? Are you collect a lot of data and you never get a chance to review it?
Yeah, I get there sometimes.
You know, I don't want to do any more of that burning if it doesn't make any sense. You just, you know, you send it to the dumpster, and you can't afford to do that.
Yeah,
Because
I
it
like
was all
to
your time.
usually I just listen right away on my recordings, like traveling back in the car or something, and then if it's Tiffany's tape recorder, she'll leave it with me, and then I'll plug it in my laptop and review and stuff. But it's a lot of time, you know. And then sometimes you're like, did I hear something? And then really it's nothing. So that's when you need a second set of ears, or maybe even a third pair of ears, you know.
Way back in the day, one of the first investigations I was on, I had this little recorder here. And this little recorder has the littlest buttons on the planet. And with my fat fingers, I always would hit the wrong keys. So it's lucky it isn't in a lake somewhere where it belongs. Because I got my first EVP and we were at a location, and I turned around and I said, wow, listen to this. And guess what I did?
Oh, you erased it, didn't you?
And they said,
I've
what?
done that. I've done that too.
So now I'm looking at the big ones. I'm looking at ones that are, you know, where you can't make that mistake, because I have tremors anyway. So I have an issue with that. So it's like I can't afford to play games with that dumb thing anymore. So I'm just going to unload it.
Do that.
Oh, God. And now I finally got to the point where I've started to file them and put them on the computer, you know, and download them and everything. And it's like, 'cause I got really great places. I've got Brushy Mountain. I've got Ohio State Reformatory. I've got Madison Seminary. I've got where was Cooper? Brandon Cooper was just out at Shawnee Amusement Park. And then you've got right up close to Shawnee Amusement Park, you've got what is it? It's another insane asylum out there in Virginia. Quite a few other places too. Gettysburg, I had a whole bunch on there.
Yeah, and then you got to go through and rename each one so you know what is what, so you don't forget.
And you got a pile that's this high, you know. If you had to get them out somewhere, what are you going to do with it? Have you cut? Carol, do you have any systems you want to share without letting any secrets out of the bag as far as?
I'm terrible with that stuff. Terrible with it. It's just on little, you know, on the little disc, and I just keep buying new ones and just. No, I'm terrible with storage and saving stuff.
Do you get them on the computer?
No, I don't save anything on the computer. It's all on the little cards.
Okay.
Terrible with
Yeah,
it.
I actually, as long as you said that, I do have a little plastic bag about that big. It's probably got about 6 or 7 in it.
It's the same thing with my pictures. I'm the same way with pictures and video. Same thing. It's all on the cards, and yeah, I'm terrible with it.
It's probably a good thing I can't travel around because of my job. I have thousands of recordings that I don't have done in video yet or anything. Just sitting here at the desk.
On the hard drive.
Well, I mean, you know, the recordings I made sitting here, right where I'm at. Because I'm always calling them in. I was on today. Remember our meeting last night, Greg?
Yeah.
I was on for a good hour with Rosie today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, called her dad in. Yeah.
Awesome. How did it work out?
Well, I thought I could hear him, and then when I went to do the replay afterwards, I didn't have a whole lot of time, but he was definitely talking. Definitely here.
Did she recognize him?
He was a very low voice.
Well, now can you go ahead and turn that up for her and play it back?
Oh
for her
yeah,
again?
I'm going to be making a video for her.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This is a lady in our group, in our Psychics Unite group, that's an amazing woman. She doesn't talk a lot. She likes to listen. You got to go ahead and poke her a couple times to get her to laugh, you know, and that kind of thing. But that's what I like to do, is to get them laughing, you know. And then they just open up a little more. It doesn't work all the time, so don't try it too much. Don't try it at home, everybody that's in the chat, because you might get poked in the eye. But anyway, she's one of those people that I was attracted to from the very start of the meetings when she first came on, because nobody can get her to say anything.
Did you hear him?
You know, she'd be all quiet by herself, and she'd be knitting, or she'd be doing something, just listening. And finally I said, why aren't you talking?
15 minutes straight. He was just,
You know, can't you say hi? You know, and just that kind of, you know,
yeah.
because that's the way I am.
Got to a point where I picked
That's
him up
funny.
and he was on the podcast.
I'm the exact opposite. I used to warn
Go,
everybody
please.
to tell me to shut up.
That's,
Even in
You
the
know what?
comments, please just tell me to be quiet.
there's no
Right
way
a
I'm gonna
lot.
there's no way I'm gonna tell you to keep quiet.
I type a lot when I'm on the live shows.
You do great. You do great. And a lot of times they're really great thoughts. You know, that's kind of stuff that
What I did earlier.
if I'm monitoring it and talking while he's talking to the cat or whoever he's talking to, Lord only knows what's going on, right?
No, I was just talking to Christy.
Okay, that's the only one that counts. If you were talking to the cat again, I was going to go.
Well, I was talking to him too.
That's it.
He was after a bad guy. And so
Okay.
he was
You know.
I can't believe you guys didn't hear him. He was just meowing away there for a while.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We
we
couldn't hear each other.
Yeah.
My ears are pierced. I'll never hear again.
Oh.
Anyway, you know who's in the room?
Who?
Jamie Lynn.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
So you got Jamie Lynn Keller, Barbara Woodbury Spear, Mort Alley, Linda Kruger. Linda's here. Linda Judd. Who else we got? We got a Facebook user again.
Yeah, I sent all kinds of links out, but everybody's busy right now. I about fell out of my chair when I was typing back and forth with Lourdes when you mentioned it, Carol.
Really?
Yeah, I was trying to get Ron and Lourdes on here, and they're at a family event.
Oh, that's
They're not
nice.
able.
They
would-
Rob one night had gone to they don't live that far from me, and I don't think they realized. Like, I don't think Ron realized that they were that close. And he had gone to a comedy club that's like maybe 5 minutes from my house. So I had texted him and I said, I think you're like around the block from me, basically. So surprised about that. You know,
That's
that
awesome.
they were that close to where I live. And I hadn't met them. I've been watching them on, you know, on their show for quite a while. But when you see people on these live shows, it's always inside the TV, you know, or inside the screen. You don't usually get to meet too many people all that often. So that's why I made it a point to go and see them.
Some of us have to hide a lot more than others.
No.
Yeah, I felt bad after that Paraconic broadhead.
I got to meet Alicia.
Well,
That was a great
both did.
surprise.
yeah, we were talking, yeah, and but like Jamie Lynn had a table there, and I walked by her like 25 times, didn't know it was her. So I was
You're
like,
not used to
following
seeing them in
Greg
person.
around.
That's nice.
I get paranoid around too many human beings. And so I kind of keep my eyes straight and just walk through to wherever I'm going to go. Generally.
Carol, were you
Safe.
there, or where are you from?
Yeah, I'm in New Jersey.
She's up in
Oh,
New
okay.
Jersey.
Yeah.
She's really close to all the important places up there.
On the East Coast.
How far are you from Maine?
Oh my gosh, that's hours from me.
Did you ever watch that program that's called Haunted ME Maine?
No.
Go to whatever it is, Amazon or whatever you got for server and things like that,
Uh-huh.
and type in Haunted ME.
Okay.
And it's capital M, capital E, and that's the abbreviation for Maine. And they had a series of about 5 years, and they had a really great crew. And I don't know if you pay any attention to Greg and Dana Newkirk or not.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, one of the girls that used to come on there that was at their Pandemonium cons, she's one of the investigators that was out of that group.
Oh, from up in Maine?
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
okay.
she's a witch and that kind of stuff, and she's just a beatnik. That's the only way I'll describe her. So we all know what a beatnik is, right, Alicia?
I haven't been to Maine.
I don't know what you mean by it, Greg.
That's like a pre-hippie, but a jazz kind of. They like jazz.
No.
And cafes and.
I don't think I've ever been to Maine. At the end of July, I'm going to be going to St. Augustine, my daughter and I.
Wow.
I
That'll
looked
be
up
fun.
Maine the other day.
What was that?
I'm being funny but serious at the same time. I looked up Maine the other day because I brought Christy into Red Lobster for her birthday. And one of the things that I'm going to do if I ever hit it rich, I'm setting up a professional saltwater tank, and I'm going to go to Red Lobster and rescue a lobster.
Oh, from Maine.
Yeah, well, I looked up Maine because I was going to order a couple lobster from Maine just to let them live a good life.
Oh.
You know, I think it's rude. You get bought live just to be dropped in boiling water.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of crap is that? You know, it's bad enough we eat meat, but man,
Yeah, it is.
See,
that is the worst death possible.
See, Reggie's trying to take away one of my feasts.
You can't
Yeah.
think about food like that.
So I want to save a lobster from Red Lobster. I want to just how they got the little rubber bands around their claws. I just want to walk into the manager and be like, well, how much does that guy cost cooked? I'll give you double that. Hand him over.
So you could save him.
Yeah, just so I can rest.
That would be great just to clip them, just to clip the rubber bands, and then they go in there, grab one, and you go ahead and grab onto their fingers.
On your fingers, that would hurt.
Why wouldn't you let them grab my fingers?
Oh, that would really hurt.
I think they'd stay mad at me. They'd probably be mad at me for a while until they realize that, hey, wait a minute, I'm not on death row anymore.
You'd have to get a nice big tank.
Oh yeah.
I still think about having an octopus. I would love to do that. Have a saltwater tank. There's a guy that's called the Saltwater Doctor, I think is his name, and he's on Facebook. And he does some unbelievable stuff with squid or with octopus. And they're very, 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 very intelligent.
I'll stick to my zoo in my backyard. I can take care of them. All the crazy animals that come to eat.
What's your favorite animal out there by you?
They just all come to eat the food that I put out for the cats. I have raccoons and possums and groundhogs that come during the day, and the cats, and I've even had a red fox come to the yard.
Oh wow!
Yeah. And skunks, they all eat together. And they don't fight each other for the food because I put so much out. So.
That's pretty awesome.
And the one night I was in the back of the backyard, way back, and there was a skunk back there. It surprised me and I surprised him, but it seemed to recognize my voice and it didn't spray me.
Wow.
Yeah, I was
You're
lucky.
lucky.
Yeah. And one night they were out here eating, and the raccoon decided it was going to go up and under the skunk to get to the bowl on the other side of the skunk.
That didn't turn out white, did it?
It didn't. They didn't fight. It didn't spray him. It was sitting. The skunk was sitting on top of the raccoon's head, and they just ate that way. I was completely shocked watching it. I was just amazed. They just all eat together, and they don't fight or argue. And people can't take a page out of their book.
No. Maybe
Oh,
one day.
we all got kind of quiet there. What happened?
Oh,
Yeah.
my youngest came down. She's like, I'm hungry. I was like, I just made you a plate of food. She's like, I don't like that. I was like, well, you're going to have to wait. Like,
Oh.
Eric should be home soon.
Well, if you got to go eat, and go feed
I
them.
saw that. That was your daughter, right?
That's my youngest.
Yeah, I saw her on camera there, and you two look identical.
She is my mini-me.
Yeah.
You're mini me.
Yeah,
That's
my
awesome.
mini-me.
How many do you have?
Two girls.
Girls?
Yep, that's
Yeah, I
funny.
have girls also.
Oh, okay.
They're much older than yours, I'm sure.
Yeah. Mine are 11 and 8, just turned 8.
That's great. Mine are 36 and 32, 34. 36 and 34.
Not too much older than me. I'll be 31 in July 3rd.
Yeah, you could be my daughter.
Hi, Mom.
My oldest daughter just got married in the end of April.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
cool.
that was fun.
So what all do you guys have coming up? I know I said I have Edinburgh in July. I got another one in August at Cheney Mansion. Then October 7th, we'll be doing the Paracon at the old YMCA in Rock Island.
Well, my daughter and I are gonna do St. Augustine. I have to figure out where we're gonna go to investigate, and then we want to do the Shanley in Nanapeck, New York.
Wow.
I
Okay.
want to get a group together and then see if I could get Lourdes and Ron to come to that.
Oh, that would be awesome to have.
Yeah.
Give them their space, let them stay in the room, and go about your business, and then review everything at the end of the night. And it's probably
Yeah.
gonna be enough.
Yeah, that would be great.
That's one thing that I learned a while ago, that I pretty much like to go on my own too. You know, if anything, I have my one partner from the group that he'll always do Estes with me. So we did a lot of that. We were doing it there before the little one came from Minnesota down, and we had gone ahead and done quite a few at the table in the room there at Broadhead, where they had all the stuff that they sold,
Mm-hmm.
their sales room. And it's an amazing place for that. And that's where I had that, almost had that attachment. So that was, but that wasn't there. That was up on the third floor. Reggie
That's where I
probably-
did. I did the Estes in that room too that you were talking about. And then Reggie, he came in, and then he was getting some stuff there, and so I started to kind of listen to him, and
Yeah, it's
You've gotten a lot of talking there, right, Reggie?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's in other videos I have to go through.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm so busy all the time, and I can't seem to go more than a couple days without at least sitting at the desk making another video. And so I'm so far behind. It's crazy. And then to top it all off, I'm sitting here trying to make a movie. and I'm going to try to make it to where the spirit actually have lines in the movie. Like,
thank God you don't have to splice tape together like in the old days, because you wouldn't have too many fingers left,
Oh, that's funny.
because you're doing too many things at the same time, just like we all are. You know, we just don't know when to stop.
You have to keep busy.
oh yeah.
It's great times. That is a great location. Did you get a hold of Bill or not?
He's having problems with his back and had to lay down. So
Okay, we're gonna have Bill on.
Reggie, do you have your spirit box going?
no,
Oh. What is that noise that I'm hearing?
probably the air conditioner, maybe.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
that's
a fan.
That's blue noise.
Nah.
Instead of white noise, it's blue noise because it's cold.
Oh man.
We've had so much rain here, it's ridiculous.
We're supposed to be getting some coming in. It's about friggin' time.
It's been nonstop here. Well, off and on that you can't get anything done outside.
Yeah, I constantly get like stuffed up and bad head colds when we get rain. That's why I hate Wisconsin. There's only one good thing about rain in Wisconsin. One single thing is good about rain in Wisconsin. And that's at where I work. if there's any lightning, they cancel volleyball.
You have volleyball at work?
Yeah, it's a bowling center. And they got volleyball courts out back.
Oh, really?
What? Because the ball is round or what?
What do you mean?
I mean,
I never heard of a bowling center like a
that
bowling
had a
alley having volleyball
volleyball.
Exactly. It's the only place I've ever seen it's Wisconsin.
That's the most.
I don't think there should be any volleyball leagues anywhere where there's not an ocean.
I heard you talking about blue license plates earlier. New Jersey has blue license plates.
Oh.
I had to laugh about that.
Yeah, I was joking about Iowa back in the day.
Yeah, our plates are blue.
Eh.
If you get another Alicia, if you guys can go ahead and really go on a jaunt from over there at Edinburgh, go over to Farrar School, and then you could go ahead and hit the good old Alexa Axe Murder House.
I've been there. Remember a while back?
Oh, that's right.
I think you came on my podcast and we were talking about the little army guys or something, and then the ball being thrown at me, and then activity with the toys up there.
I still can't believe. I wish I would have had a recorder going at that moment.
Where is that?
I-
Was that murder house?
Way in the southwest corner of Iowa.
Oh, Iowa.
Yeah, Melissa,
Isn't it
Iowa.
right in a very, very, very? It's a hop, skip, and a jump from what's below it again. Is that-
It's right by Nebraska.
I think I might call them in one of these days here. 'Cause
Nebraska?
Huh? What's that?
Nebraska? You're gonna call
The
it?
Axe Murder House. I don't ever get to travel. And so I'm thinking about calling them all in here to talk to them.
Well,
I've got an idea, and I think what I'm going to do is make backgrounds of the places that I would like to go and call in the spirit from those places, like while standing in front of the boarding house, like sitting in front of it, like as my background, or wherever it is. I thought about making videos like that
That's a good idea.
because I know I can call them all in here, no problem. And so it'd be kind of neat to make a video like that, I think.
That would be interesting.
Did you look into those 30 missing children?
Oh.
Not yet.
You know what? I haven't dug into that.
Not yet.
Uh-uh.
where are they from? Where are they from, Carol?
Ohio.
All of them?
Yeah. The first 15 days of March, I think it was, they went missing. I thought of Reggie
This
off
year?
the bat.
What race were they?
It didn't say. Did you read the article that I sent you, Reggie? I don't think it said in the article.
No, I didn't say in the article. It was just there was 30 missing over a 2-week period spread out. Like, no pattern in general.
Right. It was quite shocking. I was surprised at that.
You've heard me talk about Dr. Chuck Kennedy before. He's a friend of mine out here, and he runs the group that's called Project Psi, and they're all psychic mediums,
Uh-huh.
and they work on lost children and human trafficking and all that. And they were the ones that found last Christmas found those 500 people that were in the semi-tractor, the trailers
Okay.
down in Texas,
Uh-huh.
and they found those. And I just talked to him earlier today. He called me, and we were talking for a minute. And I never, if I would have known about that, I would have talked to him about it.
Maybe you should give them a call. Maybe that, because I know they were saying something about that they thought maybe that had something to do with it, trafficking.
You know, he's
So
part
many
of
went missing so fast.
Greg. He's part of that new Booth Brothers movie.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
says he's a movie star now. He says.
Yeah, and Christina Rake is in that. Yeah.
How long ago was those 30 kids missing from Ohio? Is that recent?
March
March?
1st to March
In
15th this year.
Oh, wow.
It popped up on my phone because I watch so many shows like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was very surprising, and the first person I thought of was Reggie.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wasn't getting
I
focused on it when I did my spirit box session.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
been
wanting
working
to
on
do
something
that
also with
still.
missing people, with through my spirit box. It's
I'm
another case.
still wanting to look into that. I'm having a problem right now that I've had for probably the last 3 or 4 years, or since my awakening. And if I blink, it's going to be September. I'm like losing all Earth time. I don't even remember the first 6 months of this year.
Because there's so many cases that you're working on.
Well, no, there's just like, I'm a firm believer that time does not exist.
Yeah.
And it was just yesterday, it was February.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, Alicia went out.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
I need to. I'll text you on Messenger about what I've been trying to work on.
Okay.
Maybe it's something that could help you get your thing going.
Oh.
Better
Oh, yeah.
with the police departments.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Have
I
you
don't
been
know.
working on it long, Carol?
Yeah, it's not going as well as I thought it would, but I'll say I'll keep doing it. I don't know.
That's
I
all you
keep
can
getting
do.
other stuff coming through, so I don't know.
Adriana is from up by you, I think, isn't she? Trudel?
I'm not
Mm.
sure.
Adriana, where are you from, Ken? If you could write in there. And Anthony's here. Reggie?
Like the room that I'm in right now in my house, it's giving me the worst headache today. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
what's going on in here tonight. I don't know if it has something to do with the pressure of the rain or what's going on, but my head is killing me in here.
There's something. I said we had to turn the air conditioner on better because when I was out earlier, my throat started getting real scratchy, red, and my nose is. I have allergies up the yin yang, so
Well, we had that smoke and that fire
yeah, that's what
that
I didn't
was.
like being. I didn't like being outside at all today.
It was horrible here. I mean, it was so bad. And it did not smell like wood.
Adriana's from up in Connecticut.
Oh, okay, so she's close.
She's a wonderful woman too. She's another investigator. She does a lot of cemeteries. I've seen her do some work there. She's also a friend of Best Friends Paranormal. I don't know if you know Debbie Walsh-Hagen and Kimmy. And
Yeah,
those girls.
I know them from talking on here.
Yeah,
Did you see what Lynn put, Greg? Lynn Dorman?
What's that? What's? Hey, Len. Why don't you ask Len? Ask Lynn if Lynn wants to come on for a while. Reggie?
I'm on it. I'm not ignoring you. As soon as you
Okay. That's why I went like that. I went like, what?
I have to go get a charger.
Okay. Oh, now look at that. That's a cool picture. You're in purple. You're in purple.
Me? I'm in purple?
Yeah, that's cool.
It's glowing purple.
Podcast is good.
There he is. There's the man. He doesn't
Oh,
even
you can see
remember
me.
Here.
I didn't
Yeah,
realize
can-
I was on the
can see
screen.
you. How
hey,
you
how's
doing?
it going?
Hey, what's
Good.
up?
I
Haven't seen
was,
you since Broadhead.
when we were down, when you wanted to go down in that dark room.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yeah, that was pretty scary. I had some weird feelings about that one.
No. Well, that's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
Charge them,
Right?
and then they'll scatter, and then they usually go up to the corner. Either
Yeah.
that, or they hit you right in the nose and knock you down.
Yeah, we got a investigation coming up at Edinburgh Manor.
Yeah, Alicia
Yeah.
was talking about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. This will be my second time, and so I think I want to try to get a little bit more gutsy, you know, and kind of explore things on my
Hey,
own. And
you gotta do them at your own pace.
right,
I meant no disrespect by that.
no, I know.
Caution is always the best approach.
Yeah, being secluded in a dark space by myself is kind of one of my most, my fears, I guess, because I feel
Oh, I love that.
claustrophobic.
Added room.
It's
I
worse.
absolutely
It's worse
love
when you
doing
see
that.
tracers go over you.
Yeah, I'm
Really?
definitely gonna test myself though on this one. So
Really, the best protection you can have walking into anywhere is pure love. You walk in loving
oh yeah,
every spirit there, and nothing bad will happen.
right. And maybe
We
get
didn't let
some like protection stones or whatever. What's that black one? That obsidian or whatever? That's a good one.
Black obsidian. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. So
You need a necklace with either Saint Michael or Saint Benedict.
right. Yep.
Benedict's my favorite one,
Oh, okay. Nice.
and we had necklaces that we had for the group that I had made up there, or magnetic necklaces,
Oh, okay.
and we had that was for shadow hunters,
Yeah.
and I gave them out as Christmas gifts.
Nice.
And they also do some good things for your neck
Yeah.
at the same time, since they're magnets.
Now, are you guys going to be at the YMCA this year
Yeah.
in Moline? Oh, okay. Yep, we'll be down there too.
I was just talking Rex Sunday night.
Yep.
We're gonna do an Estes there too.
Nice.
I
Now-
don't know.
Is that an investigation also, or is it just kind of like a convention type thing?
I think it's just really a convention. I don't remember seeing anything like that on there,
Right.
and it's one day, correct?
I believe so. It's one day. YMCA. Yeah.
Are you guys
Yeah,
pretty
it's-
close?
Me and Tiffany have to set up, and then we get to investigate privately
Oh, okay.
whoever's vending there.
Oh, so whoever's vending there, I guess, gets to privately investigate after the whole thing.
And
Yeah,
I
we
know
live
there's
pretty
a-
close to the Y because we're.
Somebody's doing an investigation with people there for the event too. I forgot what team it was.
Yeah, so we're from East Moline, and basically it's in Rock Island, so we're just a hop and a skip right there. So
15 minutes.
I asked Alicia what your name was again, and I forgot it already.
and that's okay. My name's Derek.
Okay, Derek. I'm going to write that down right now. I should probably have it tattooed on my arm,
That's funny.
but I appreciate it.
Yep. No, I
And-
just
and
wanted
if-
to.
it was great. It was great running into you there, and it was great meeting you.
Yeah,
you
you
guys
too.
you guys are amazing people, and it
You
made
as well.
made that event so much nicer.
Yeah, and like
I-
with your, and then you have a lot of knowledge too with the paranormal, and and like the equipment and how like all your techniques that you use, when you're doing the the Estes method. That was really unique, and I had a good time when you did that session. That was awesome.
We got another gentleman here that just came in the
Okay.
back door
Derek, I gotta.
as well.
I'm not that I'm not trying to pay attention to you. Oh
That's
my
okay.
God, it's Mr. Lundberg.
I'm gonna give Alicia back to her headphones, but it's good
That's
meeting
great.
you guys.
Seeing you again, Derek.
Great.
Yep,
seeing
we'll see you
guys.
down at the old YMCA.
Will do.
All right, bye.
Thanks a lot, Derek. Mr. Dorman.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Good. What are you on a time delay or something?
No, I don't think so. Maybe I am. We've had a major storm down here. In fact, the internet people, my provider, they lost all internet downtown, including themselves. The local library lost power and had to cancel events tonight. We got some hard wind, so we're lucky to have internet at all. We're lucky to have power.
Tell them to start feeding the chipmunks and the squirrels again.
And by the way,
You got to
before
run
the
around.
storm,
You got to run around those wheels faster.
yeah. Before the storm, it was 102 when you added the temperature and the humidity. Tomorrow is going to be hotter. The real temperature tomorrow here will be 100. The day after, Thursday.
Oh,
We just lost you, Len.
Where is Len from?
He's from down in Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
He used to be from the south side of Chicago. That's why I know him. And he was with a paranormal team down there. I was with a paranormal team from the south side with a man by the name of, how could I forget him? How could I forget my old boss? You gotta be kidding me. I'm having a brain fart on that. This has been a crazy evening. I can't believe the amount of people's names that I forgot. Dale Kazmarek.
Okay.
And Dale was a mentor of mine in the day. He's no longer a mentor to me, but he was amazing. And if you ever go to Gettysburg,
Again?
if you ever want to go there and you want to have somebody that takes all the tour guides, all of them combined, Dale can outdo him. He knows.
I had
more
a great
information.
time in Gettysburg.
Oh, I did too. Awesome. You there
Remember I
now,
was
Len?
telling you about the cigarette?
Yes. I finally got a hold of that person again.
I'm back.
You there? Awesome. What happened? Uh-oh. You there?
I got my ice cream.
Oh, you got ice cream? That's no fair. That is no fair at all.
well, I heard that ice cream affects your internet signal.
See, I'm not as
You
You
better
can't
get
be
rid,
eating that
get
on the
rid of that
screen
ice
without
cream.
sharing it.
You're right. Now you're going to have it's all going to melt in like 2 minutes.
this is the best in this is the best internet I got out here in the country. It floats me back and forth. Occasionally I get booted off or just get really slow internet because I'm booted from one tower to another. But I'm using a T-Mobile connection, and it's flopping back and forth between T-Mobile and AT&T towers.
Oh God.
So my signal it just goes all over the place. Sometimes I'm going through Memphis, sometimes I'm going through Little Rock, sometimes I'm going through some of these other small towns around here.
Wow. Wow.
How's everything else going down there?
Oh, like I said, we had a major storm today. We had
I
some
know
storms
that,
over the
but-
weekend.
Anything else going on?
Not too much. By the way, Greg, I won't have Dale Casmerick as my guest this Thursday.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for you.
We're going to be talking about bloody old England with the cucumber sandwiches.
Yeah,
And
he'll
have
be
some
talking. He'll be talking about England for 5 hours with you. That's one. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You'll have a great show.
Man, I wish I could talk about somewhere. The only location I see is the hallway in my apartment building.
Sometimes that's the best place to be.
Depends on what you're doing in the hallway.
Yeah.
Alicia's smiling about something about a hallway. I don't know what it is.
Oh.
We don't know what she's doing in the hallway.
I don't know either. I guess I don't want to find out either. She's got an amazing husband, and you know when I saw him the last time, and he was by himself, and we were in the basement of Broadhead, and he just had that look on his face like, I don't know if I want to go in there or not. And I just said, hey, come on, let's go.
He went in with me.
After me?
I went in, he went in behind me, and Christy was behind him. I had
Well, he was in there.
7 just ringing in the boiler room.
Then did he pay you that $20 he gave me?
What do you mean paid $20?
Well, you weren't that good of a guide, I guess.
Oh, I see how it is.
Oh boy, did I share the money with you?
I don't charge nothing, so.
No, neither did I. It was a tip.
Oh.
It was a gratuity.
Mm.
I didn't get any money from him. I was just making that up.
Yeah, you almost got him in trouble with Alicia.
You know,
Yeah.
I wanted to know where the hell he got the $20 there.
Man, oh man.
Well, it's
Oh.
it's going to be. I bet you that's going to be a good show when he gets him on that. Gets good old Dale on there.
When's the show, Glenn?
Pardon me?
When's the show?
Pardon me?
When's the
When's
show?
a show with Dale?
This Thursday, 10 o'clock, Central Time.
Okay. And where at?
And I think Gray's got it right. We'll probably be yakking till about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so bring your pillow and blanket with you. It's gonna. He's got. You got your address there, right, Len? It's SCARKPS Len Dorman. That's correct, right?
Yeah, you guys can all see the comments, right? Can you guys all see the comments?
If you're trying to look it up on Facebook, just put my name in there. It'll take you.
Yeah, and he wrote something in the comments on the right there, and that's his YouTube name that Greg was just spelling out.
SCARK, and then there's a small p and a small s, and then there's Len Dorman. Hey, we just lost him again.
Oh.
But you don't. I don't imagine you guys have ever seen Dale. I don't know if you have or not.
No. Nope. Meet
think
people
Coming
every day.
15.
Back.
You're back.
Now you're underneath and backstage twice. I'm afraid to take that one out. Oh, there it goes. It disappeared.
It's that spirit that's hanging around with Len these days. It just keeps on knocking him out of the room because he wants the picture to himself. And where's your character at behind you? Is he there too?
Which one?
The dog. Where's the dog? There you go. Arrgh.
Yeah.
And what's his name?
It froze with the dog on it.
Oh, you just moved.
I think it's freezing on him again.
That's cute.
The skeleton dog is now part of the show.
And talk with the bottom jaw of that thing. It's
Looks like a German Shepherd the way his teeth.
it looks like a T-Rex.
German Shepherd.
It looks like a T-Rex from that angle.
He's just a little puppy dog.
Right. What's his name again?
He's just a little puppy dog. See, what's his name?
Yeah,
I forgot. Bones.
Bones. Okay.
You know
I
what?
got a dog, a bone.
Bones, before you even said that.
He's all bones.
That's funny. It's the name I was going to suggest.
The ice cream is melting too fast now. I bet. You better keep on going, Len. It's going to be soup by the time you get back to it.
I was afraid I was going to have a hard time getting on here tonight because of the storms. Then it always gets slowed down when they have it downtown. Star City got nailed harder than we did.
We wanted to say hi to you and see if we could get you on. You know, just something to do. Because you're a very interesting gentleman, and it's.
You jinxed him. Tried to pay him a compliment and jinxed him, Greg.
He froze.
I tried to do the same thing to the lady.
He froze because of his ice cream. Here he comes in with a second window again. Let's see if we can add him.
We're gonna have two of them. Oh, there he goes.
Oh,
You're okay now?
Back again.
All right. Where'd you go that time? This is like a remote viewing session.
Tonight, my internet's having more burps than Blazing Saddles.
Who was that?
Is that a baby? Has somebody got a baby? Alicia
What?
got a baby, everybody? I know Lenny
That's
doesn't.
funny. No babies
It
here.
wasn't me. I heard it through my headsets.
No, that was out loud in this room. I've had that happen 2 or 3 times in the last couple of days.
That sound?
I've been editing videos and we've been I've been struggling a little bit this week with my uncle passed away on Sunday.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Reggie.
We got a funeral on Friday. He was like the pillar of my dad's side of the family, you know. But I've been hearing, I got it recorded, that same kind of sound.
It sounded like a laugh.
Yeah,
Here.
I heard it out loud while I was editing the video, and I turned the video, or I stopped editing, I turned it down, and I was just kind of looking around, and so I checked all 3 of the cameras in here, and it sounded up close to the one in front of me, a little closer to the one next to me that's pointed the other direction, and it sounded like it was at a distance from the one that's in the kitchen. So I think there was a spirit or something right next to me trying to say something to me out loud or communicate. Is what that's the only thing I can gather because of the volume differences between the 3 cameras in here.
Uh-huh.
Is that they're right here.
You have it recorded?
Yeah, it's on the security cameras. The sound is.
Uh-huh.
And I time stamped it about 127 to 129 in there, so on the live.
Oh, okay.
So if we want to go back and review.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been hearing that. It happened today too, while I was on with Rosie. And it's a unique sound that I've never heard any of the apartments around me or anything make. So I don't know.
It sounded female.
Well, if it is spirit, they know that I'm acknowledging right now just by me talking about it.
Right.
And so, I love you. Whoever you are. Yeah, it's been kind of a rough week. And we're going to try, I'm like really wanting to go do something. And I found out that, because I'm always working, and if I'm not working, Christy is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she has Sundays off. And I worked it out on during the summer to have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. And this next Monday and Tuesday, it looks like Christy's off. So I'm like really pushing. It won't be on a regular podcast day, but I may be doing a live at St. Michael's on Monday. Maybe.
Right.
And I'm also going to be making a call and trying to get, and I believe I'd be the only one that's ever been in there. I'm going to try and land House on the Rock in Wisconsin.
Ooh, that would be interesting. Lots of different stuff in there. I've never been, but Tiffany went, and she was telling me all about it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's an amazing place. I wouldn't be thinking about doing this so much, but they got like a Halloween thing where you can go in there. It's called the Darker Side or whatever, where you can go in for a couple hours in the evening with the lights are down low and stuff like that. So I thought I'd put on a sales pitch. You know, if they want to know if there's spirit there, I'm the one that can tell them. You know, and then I can promote it for them if they want me to. And so, oh man, there he is.
Back with a vengeance.
Yes, I reset it, so hopefully it's a little bit faster now. Sometimes the system gets overloaded, and I've just got to turn off the strip and reset everything. So
Sounds
hopefully
good
I'm on
now.
a different tower now and a little bit faster internet.
Sounds great, Len. So have you got anything going on down there for investigations?
But we've had so much rain. There's a local hospital I'd love to get into, but I don't want to go in there by myself, and I've got to have a dry period because the roof leaks. And I haven't been able to get in there all this year because we had about 3 weeks without rain. That was barely enough to dry that place out. And I can't find anybody to go with me, and it's in a bad neighborhood. Basically, if Greg was down here, two of us could go in there. We're both going to have a pistol on our hips if we go in there.
You have to.
Yeah, I mean, but bullets go through ghosts. I don't know if you guys realize that or not. I was being funny. I see how it is, Greg. You can tell dry humor joke, but I can't.
Is it in a bad area?
Down there, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
Across the street from school, and there's gangs in school. It's in a town called Dumas. A couple of years ago, there was it was made national news because there was a shooting. There were several people killed there during a car show.
Oh.
And the car show was held just a few blocks from this it's a closed hospital, and it's definitely haunted. They used to have
I'll be right back.
Halloween event there,
Excuse me.
and they had to stop because some of the people were getting possessed.
Wow.
It's a great place to investigate. I've got voices, footsteps. You got one spirit controls the others. It'll be a very interesting place to go in there with an all-night investigation. Just go in there in the middle of the afternoon and stay there till daylight. But again, I don't want to do it by myself, and I can't find anybody here locally that won't even go into a cemetery with me.
Now, question: do you think the energy from that old hospital is being put off onto the people in the area, and that caused the violence to kind of stir up, maybe?
That's what I'm thinking. You've got a town, a small town, going bad. There's only about 5,000 population. The crime there, percentage-wise, is bad as Chicago or worse.
Okay.
Per capita.
Yeah,
And
Chicago's
the
pretty
schools
bad.
cannot get rid of the gangs. And you got the police station a quarter of a mile away, but the town doesn't have that much money to pay overtime for the police, and the police just try to keep their head down. There's a nearby town called Gould, and they elected a few years ago a female mayor. But if you went to the town hall, there is a guy behind her desk, and he's the local drug king.
Oh.
So they may have elected a woman. She was letting, and the only police officer there was letting the drug king run the town.
They were that scared of him?
Yeah. Well, this is a small town of about 600 people. So yeah, drugs run that town, and they're taking over the Dumas. They're only about 5 miles apart.
Now, what's that hospital called?
Put it this way: the local town start. The school, I forget the name of the school.
The only
No, the hospital.
In
You said
Dumas,
the hospital,
Arkansas.
right?
The hospital. It is the same name as the existing hospital in Dumas, except this is the old one. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I'm drawing a blank.
I'll have to Google it because I'm wondering how long has that been sitting?
There's only one hospital in Dumas. Closed. I think it closed in '98.
Man. Yeah, if I lived down there, I'd go in there with you.
They can't.
I don't know.
They don't-
Get your
Tear it
flat
it-
jacket, Reggie.
It's got asbestos in it.
That even makes it better.
It's got asbestos in it. You could, if you wanted to pay the property taxes on the property, you could probably buy the building for a handful of bucks. The city would gladly sell it to anybody for a few dollars, pay the property taxes, and you would either have to tear it down or you would have to repair the roof.
Get rid of the asbestos.
Either way, you got to hire a hazmat team to come in there and remove the asbestos.
Right.
This hospital had no mortuary and no disposal for body parts. And when somebody died, they pushed the body into one or two waiting rooms they had.
You're breaking up pretty
Other-
bad.
Room
Yeah.
being used as the emergency room waiting room. A miscarriage. They buried the miscarried child in back of the hospital. There are a lot of miscarried children buried just in unmarked graves in the just a small grassy field behind the hospital.
Could find
So
out.
they
You
got
can
like
imagine
a
going
plotter
to a
skill.
waiting room where you might be going into a waiting room and realizing that maybe 10 or 15 minutes before, an hour before, that waiting room had been empty except for a dead body waiting on the county coroner to come pick it up.
Just find out who the heck was the one that made the decisions about burying the little people in the backyard.
Little people in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The babies.
That's
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 wrong.
Bad.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a hospital not having a
but that's what
morgue.
you get. That well, the new one does, fortunately. But this was a hospital built, I guess, in the 50s or 60s, and I guess they just didn't consider it worthwhile with a town that small.
Yeah. Said 500 people. You know how much? You know how many people
5,000.
were there in 5,000?
Yes.
Whenever
That
you have a
confuses
hospital,
me.
You're gonna have death.
5,000 people confuses me.
Yeah, I don't understand.
How much of a drug
Why is that?
king can you possibly be in a town of 5,000?
That's horrible.
What the drug king is in Gould, and a town of 600. Basically, everybody's on the drug guy's payroll.
Ain't nobody intimidate me. Man. I don't know what's wrong with people.
Too many people turn a blind eye.
Well, it just drives me insane to think about all the people, that's what kind of pushes me to go after some of these unsolved cases and stuff. I don't know, to get inside the mind of a mass shooter or a serial killer. I don't know. I just can't even.
It will mess you up.
It won't mess me up because I recognize it, if I'm thinking that way, because I've drawn in the energy, I recognize it. I understand the thrill of it all. I do.
Where'd Len go again?
But
He lost.
yeah, we're going to keep losing him, I think. But yeah,
Alicia, I thought it was your job to watch him.
Oh.
Actually, I'm gonna have to go here too. It's getting
Oh.
late for me.
Okay.
But thank you
Reggie's
for inviting
just
me
waking
on.
up.
Thanks for coming. It's been
And it was
awesome
nice to
having
meet
you
you,
on.
Carol. Yeah,
It was
I'm glad to
meeting
see
you
you guys
also.
again.
There he is. He's back.
Hi, Lynn. I'm gonna have to go, so it was nice to meet you too. Have a good night.
There. Remember to smile.
Okay, Carol.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
So you're there with us now, Len? You're here, right?
Is he frozen?
I don't know. He moved a minute ago. Checkmate King 2 to White Rook over.
yeah, he's not having a good time with that internet signal.
No, he's not.
Oh, that would drive me bananas.
It does. That's why I am the way I am today, Carol.
The only time I ever have a problem is when I'm on location. I'm trying to do a live.
Oh, come on. You do a great live. You get lives in places I can't even get a signal.
Yeah, but it takes me 45 minutes, and then I got to figure out where I got to walk to where I'm not getting booted off.
That's because the spirits are playing with your instruments.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
that's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. That somebody's playing with your instrument.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, it happens.
But I got to tell you what, of all things in the world, I'm never going to say Mr. Lynn Dorman isn't a fighter.
There he is.
He's not giving up. I'd be doing the same
Yes.
thing. You should see me on location when I can't get the hot spot right. I'm in the background going, oh my God, like that, trying to get the internet to work. Yeah, I know.
I may, Len. I may be seeing one of your old friends.
Yep.
In the next week or two, I'm going to see Walt Dvorak. I'll probably be seeing. him.
Walter Dvorak.
Yeah. I'll probably be seeing him in a week or two.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't seen him in a
Now,
while.
Greg, if you want to come down here and investigate the hospital, bring Walt to you.
If I can get out and get down there, I'm going to Canada on the 15th, and then when I get back, I'm here for about 6 days, and then the whole family goes to northern Wisconsin. So the only time I'll have is the fall, and I don't know what's going on then. I know in October we got Rock Island, and if something comes up and we talk, when I talk to him, we'll see what he has to say. We'll take it from there.
Okay.
He's a very
For
interesting
Reginald
gentleman.
and Carol, who, yes, he is. I was about to say, but for Reginald and Carol, Walter Dvorak is a big gun man. Well, one is a big man. He's a pretty good sized fellow in every dimension, and a great personality. But he's also a gun guy. And that's why I said that if Greg comes down here and he and I investigate the hospital, Walter would be a great guy to have at your back. Because he wouldn't walk in there without at least 3 or 4 weapons with him.
So you would feel safe in going in the hospital?
I don't know.
I don't think we'd have anything to worry about if I went in there because I make so much damn noise when I'm talking to spirit. I think about everybody run from that hospital. They'd hear a ghost yelling at them to get out, like coming out of my pocket. They'd be like, ain't nobody's lips moving. Where'd that voice come from?
Are there
Everybody-
actually a lot of
every-
people in the building that shouldn't be in there? Is that what you're saying, Len?
Did you hear that? No. Carol says, "Are there a lot of people in the building that shouldn't be there?"
There's one guy who goes in there and shouldn't be there. There's somebody else keeps a litter box for cats in there.
Oh.
So there's at least 1 or 2 people going there that's not supposed to be in there. They try to keep it under lock and key, but that one homeless guy they got in that town keeps breaking into it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish Ghost and Spirit had more energy than they do, because they could probably keep people out of there if they did.
Yeah.
What that hospital needs is a good poltergeist.
Right.
Both the
Scare
guys-
them away and keep them out where they're not supposed to be. My daughter and I are going the end of July to St. Augustine, and with just the 2 of us, I don't want to be walking around the streets at night by myself or into locations that I don't know. So I need to find somebody that I can bring along or that can take us along to locations that are not on the normal places that people normally go.
You mean the tours?
Yeah, I don't want to just do regular tour locations.
But don't you think they'd be able to tell you where those other spots are?
Yeah, but I don't want to just go with just my daughter and I either.
Oh, I see.
So I'm going to have to find somebody to hire to come with us.
Well, maybe that tour director, after they get done doing their other tours, will help you.
Yeah, I always end up finding somebody.
I did the same thing in Seattle.
Yeah, we hired somebody when we were in Gettysburg, and we hired somebody in Savannah. We always find somebody.
Did you tell everybody your story about Gettysburg and the bridge, Saxon Bridge?
No.
Why
I
don't you
think I
share
told
that with
anybody
everybody?
about that.
It's
Oh.
very interesting.
Oh, about the cigarette? The cigarettes? Well, there was a group that had gone before us. When my daughters and I go anywhere, Spirit usually interacts with us very strongly when the 3 of us are together, or even just the 2 of us. And we had gone to Sachs Bridge in Gettysburg, and it was my youngest daughter and I, and a friend of hers and her mom. And there's an area where you can put a cigarette on a pole, and speak to a spirit there. I think he's a colonel or a general that had passed. And the group that was standing there before us couldn't get him to do anything, the spirit. And so the guy that I had hired to take us around, he said, take out one of your cigarettes and see if you could get him to smoke off of one of your cigarettes. So I lit one of my cigarettes and he smoked the whole cigarette. And he was answering yes and no questions for us with the cigarette going up and down and left and right for no and up and down for yes and no. Yes, yes, up and down, up for yes and left and right for no. And then he smoked the whole cigarette. And then I lit a second one and he smoked that one also. It was very surprising. It doesn't really happen that often when you get 2 cigarettes smoked, let alone a full one.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But that's the place that it happens a lot.
Yeah, in that
Like
area.
like you said, yeah.
Yeah, he was very talkative to us. He
Because
answered a
that's
lot of our
really a very glum location, considering that the whole entire Confederate army that was left went through that bridge.
Right.
So I mean,
Yeah, we had a really very active time when I went with my daughter. That was an amazing trip. And then when we went to Savannah, we had very active activity in the Savannah Theater. That was amazing. Also, the door closed. We saw a shadow underneath the door, and we asked the door to close for us. And a cowboy chased me with cowboy boots on. I could hear the spurs hitting the stage. He chased me from behind the stage on stage left, and then I was able to figure out what his name was before it came out through the spirit box, and I was able to see him up on the catwalk.
wow,
And
that had to be cool.
yeah, that was really something. That was before we went there with Truth and Evidence.
Full body.
What?
What?
Yeah, I was able to see a full body.
I said, was it a full bodied apparition?
Yeah,
Wow.
I was able to see the full body. But nobody else was able to see him. I could see he was jumping from Portals to Hell had gone there to investigate. And there was like a brick wall behind the stage, and there was like a fire escape in their show. And then up above that fire escape there was a small catwalk. And I was able to see him up on that catwalk area right above the fire escape. On their show, the fire escape actually was blue. And that's where I saw him, up on that area. And we had gone maybe a year before they had investigated it. And my daughter was holding the SLS camera. And I was able to see him with my eyes, but they were able to see him on the SLS.
Wow.
So I was telling them where to point the camera, for the SLS. And he was up on the ladder, the fire escape first, and then he was up on the catwalk, and then he was jumping back and forth between the two. And then I said his name was Jimmy, and then Jimmy came through the spirit box. And yeah, he spoke a while. I don't know if he was the cowboy though that chased me to begin with. When he started chasing me, it was pitch black, and I was back there by myself, and it felt like I thought he was going to run through me, That's the feeling that I got. And so I turned and ran to get away from it because I didn't want it to run through me. But I didn't know where I was going because I was in that area by myself, even though I've been to a lot of like backstage areas. I still was turned around in the pitch black. So yeah, he didn't run through me, but you hear me yelling, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God," on the recorder because he came really close and then it just stopped.
It's just chasing a pretty girl.
No, he really scared the heck out of me. Really scared me.
It's an opportunity.
And since then, I've after him chasing me, and then after me seeing that spirit up on the catwalk and the fire escape, I've been getting touched. They mostly touch me back here, behind my ear and up in my hairline. And when that started happening, that started scaring me. But now I don't get afraid of it. I'm so used to it now. I just know that if they touch me, they touch me. It doesn't scare me anymore.
Yeah, from the moment I got touched for the first time, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I just said, "I love you. I can feel you. Thank you."
Yeah.
Touch me again.
Yeah.
That's
as long as it wasn't a scratch or a pinch or anything like that.
Well, I got a mark on me over a broadhead that last time.
You did.
Yeah, and it was recorded that someone saying that I scratched him.
Oh.
But I was asking, I could feel it, and I was like, "Thank you." It doesn't bother me because they're just trying to communicate. This is the way I see it.
They
Even
don't realize what they're
if it's
doing.
a scratch,
Right.
it's just spiritual energy, and they're trying to touch you or trying to communicate. I don't really associate it with anything evil.
Right.
You know, it's just them trying to communicate, and if they can figure out a way to get you to feel them, no matter how it is, that's the way it gets presented.
Yeah.
You know.
Do all you people feel the same way in the room here? That it's
After
because
that
of
first
what
time, it never frightened me after that. The only other time that I felt uncomfortable was I was at Burlington Prison in New Jersey, and I was up against the wall. I had a backpack on my back, and I felt a spirit behind me. And again, I told my daughter to turn the SLS there so that she could see it. And it started to hug me from the back, but then it wouldn't let go, and it kept squeezing tighter and tighter. And even after me asking for it to let go and release, because it was starting to feel uncomfortable, the more it squeezed, it wouldn't let go. I had to walk out of the room and then tell it to let go even stronger. And then it finally released. It took about like 5 minutes to get it off. And then it finally did let go. But it didn't frighten me. The only location that really frightens me is the house that I grew up in. And I still have problems with it.
Mm.
I think it's because that ghost, the one that committed suicide there, frightened me at such a young age, maybe. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I have a hard time in that house.
Pardon my silence tonight. I'm just listening to everybody. I've had kind of a long day.
I understand. You've had a hard week.
Yeah. And then I wasn't going to let, that stop me from helping Rosie today. So I kept my eye on the clock and got on there with her and did what I do. I had to show her a couple videos of it. She hasn't seen them all, and I showed her a couple to kind of lighten my feelings. you know, before I went into the session. But yeah, we're 9:15.
Greg, what was the comments about people being touched? Because I can't see any comments.
I don't think anybody posted any.
Oh,
I'm trying to think what I was going to say. The thing that I was going to bring up was that if everybody had the same outlook about it, about when ghosts would touch you, do you think that this business about scratching is something that was created by TV and shows?
me personally?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a fear factor, for TV to make people, to gain viewers.
I mean,
I think
we've
the way
all
Reggie
seen.
does, I think it is.
Agreed.
I think it's just something to build up the fear factor for TV. I don't think they're doing it
Yes.
on purpose. I think it's like an accidental type thing when they're trying to just get your attention. Because I really haven't had or come across anything that's been negative in that way for anything touching me or trying to harm me in any way like that.
I always, when I have the feeling and I know somebody's there, what I'll do is I'll hold my hand out
Mm-hmm.
and I'll ask them to touch my hand.
Does that work?
And invariably it's worked, but it's worked with kids.
Okay.
So it worked at Poasttown Elementary, and they actually come up and grab your fingers, and you could walk with them.
Oh, that's nice.
And it was me and one of the ladies from the group, and she had one on her side, and I had one on my side, and we were walking down this hallway where all these kids would hang around. And they were all the kids from the Depression, so they were all, the only thing that meant anything to them was their school.
Mm-hmm.
They really had no life at all at home.
Right.
So if one of them got sick and died, they would go to the school. They wouldn't go to their home.
Right, because that was their most important part of their time.
So I've had a lot of interaction there. I had that one video I had of the doll and the eddy meter that moved on the chair
Mm-hmm.
that I showed a few times. That was caught there, and it wasn't me that caught it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying caught it. I'm saying that actually found it on the video, because it was one of those videos that out of the whole entire video, hey Lenny, out of the whole entire video, it was like 1 minute and 37 seconds out of a section of video that was like over 30 minutes long. And if you weren't really paying attention, it was boring.
Right.
Until you actually saw what was happening. And then the only thing I picked up on was the little foot of the doll at the beginning. And it was hardly the end of the shoe was showing. And as I went back and went over it again and again, all of a sudden there was more of her foot showing, until there was a lot of foot showing.
Wow.
And then there was a leg showing. And the eddy meter has a rubber case on it.
Right.
So, and it was on one of those plastic school chairs. So it wasn't just sliding along, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something had to apply a lot of pressure to get it to move. And from where I was compared to where it was, what they were trying to do, they were on my side and they were trying to move the eddy out of the way to get to the dowel.
Oh.
At
With
least
their
that's
foot?
what I. Huh?
With their foot?
No. I'm saying that's the first focal part that I caught on the dowel itself on the chair.
I see. Okay.
See, so it was very, very little was showing on that side.
Right.
And then as soon as that meter started to move, more of the foot became exposed.
Okay.
So then
Wow,
it was
that's
like,
great.
well, it was by chance. It was, you know how you get to a point where you look at something on and on again. And I
Yeah.
was really grateful about it.
You almost start falling asleep from staring
Well,
at it.
yeah,
all
you
on the
can't
same
you can
thing.
very easily.
Yeah.
So, but it was very interesting. It was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
It's getting to the point where I'm starting to feel bad for Lynn on this interview.
Very persistent.
I'm just sitting up in my chair with my hand on the mouse, waiting to click you back in.
He's got a firm lead on joining the show. I think out of everybody that's ever been asked to join the show, I think Lynn's leading by about 15 right now.
Well, at least you're able to get back in.
Yeah.
It's not kicking you out for good.
What about problem is we have a lot of gamers in this county that's on the same service I am.
So it slows the speed down.
So it slows the speed down, and they're just steady gaming because that takes up a lot of room, and I'm sharing towers with them.
Right.
Boy, that's hard to believe that they let that happen to everybody else for them to play their games. But that's a lot of money too, though.
You can't control that. There's
Yeah.
no controlling that.
I'd probably quit the game I was playing because if it's happening,
I would. The ultimate answer would be to get. Yeah.
go ahead, man.
But the answer would be the Elon Musk system, the Starlink.
Oh no.
See, he started talking about UFOs and Starlinks.
And it kicked him out.
No, I think I'd be quitting the game that I was playing because if it's doing this much to him, if there's a very active game at all, that wouldn't run very fast either.
That would drive me nuts.
You got them shooting your screen. Their screens now, Len, when they're playing the game. Probably sitting playing the game and they're shooting it. What time are we going to stop this show?
Wow, it's 10:30 here.
Well, anytime's fine. I'm real quiet because of how long of a day or 2 days I've had, and then I'm getting really, really tired. I wasn't able to sleep very well.
I'm sorry we're going to quit after you got the lead, Len, as far as startups coming back on. Oh, no.
I'm going to look up Guinness Book of World Records and see who has a record for the most re-entries back into a podcast.
Right, I think he's got it.
He might win. Wow.
And then he shows up twice backstage. He's about ready to show up again right now. And there he is.
Oh my gosh.
I'm afraid to remove this other one.
I'm back again.
There, I removed it, but it's still backstage.
I think we're gonna split now, though. If that's okay, I don't want to say anything. Len's gonna probably go
Thank
crazy.
you for inviting me in.
Oh yeah, thank you for being here.
Anytime.
I'll keep you in my prayers, Reggie.
Oh, thank you. And anybody anybody in our viewing audience out here, this is a true honor to hear Carol say what she always types in live.
Remember to smile.
Oh. What else did you possibly want? Lenny just fell
Oh, again.
Oh no.
out. Everybody,
Have
Adriana, and everybody else that's still here. You guys all have a wonderful evening. And we're going to keep one in our back room. If that's okay, right? You're going to end the show?
yeah.
Just keep them live. Carol, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
It's an honor to have you on.
Thanks.
Oh yeah.
Talk to you both.
Okay. We'll see you later.
Take care.
Have a good night.
Good night.